Hello everyone, welcome back to Genesis of Database. Today we are diving into the world of Azure and SQL Server. I am Firoz and I will guide you through the process of setting up SQL Server on a Azure Virtual Machine. So let's jump right in. Our adventure begins with Azure Portal. It's our gateway to the cloud where we can manage resources, subscriptions, and many more. What is subscriptions? Subscriptions are like our ticket to the Azure theme park. And let's proceed with the resource group. Think it's like a compartment to keep your Azure resources organized. Azure SQL is like our spell book for managing databases. It's make data management a breeze. Now let's dive into the exciting part, setting up SQL Server on a Azure Virtual Machine. Creating the Azure VM. We are about to create our own Azure Virtual Machine. It's like building a castle in the cloud. Choosing the right size, region, and setting up credential. These are the key to unlocking the magic of VM. Remote Desktop Protocol RDP. With RDP, we will have to direct portal to Azure VM. It's like having a secret passage to your cloud kingdom. We will also look PowerShell with a few magic command. We can control and manage our Azure VM effortlessly. And now the enchanting part, setting up a SQL server on your Azure VM. It's like adding a touch to a magic to your castle. All right, it's demo time. Let's jump into the action and see how to set up SQL server on Azure VM step by step. We will look on GUI and PowerShell. We also look on how to set up SQL server on Azure VM, and we will navigate on Azure portal. We will start stop the Azure SQL VM and restart the VM by GUI. By command line we will do that. By PowerShell we will do, but command line no need to. It's GUI, we need to click on that. It's basically I will show the part. We look on that. We also fire the command get AzVMSize. If we want to display all the available VM size in a specific Azure region, we will use the location parameter to specify the region. By using this command, optimize the we can analyze the unused part of like unused space consumed by location wise, and we can optimize the unwanted. Basically we can remove the unwanted VM which we are not using, and we can cut the cost of the VM. We can cut the cost of the Azure's cost, basically unwanted, which is we are not using or anyone is not using. It might be helpful for our audit purpose or to optimize unwanted. We can use that. Basically we will look on that. We will check this all commands. Let's let we dive into the our demo. Let's embark on this cloud adventure. This is the Azure Portal, our gateway to cloud wonders. Today we are setting up Azure SQL on virtual machine. To begin, navigate and search for Azure SQL and select the configuration that suits your need. Think of it choosing the canvas for the cloud masterpiece. Configuring virtual machine setting, choose the size, region, and the operating system. It's like choosing the foundation and wall for the cloud castle. Okay, think of it as selecting the foundation and wall for the castle. Pick the size, region, and operating system you prefer. It's all about making your cloud fortress unique. I am selecting SQL Server 2019 on Windows Server 2022. Okay, let's go further. Basic details we need to add. Select the resource group. I already said what is the resource. I already created a resource group. If not, create once. After that, name your virtual machine. Basically, we need to name the virtual machine. Its availability option. I am not selecting no. Now I am selecting no infrastructure redundancy required. Standard. I already selected the image. SQL Server 2019 on Windows Server 2022. In this size, we need to select. Basically, I am selecting the default one, which everyone is selecting for testing purpose. Okay, D2SV3 I am selecting general purpose VM size. There are a lot of series. I am selecting the basic one D2SV3. Okay, you can see that there are lots of options available. Okay, let's go further. We need to mention username and password for that Windows. Okay, I am using SQL admin as a username and password. I am selecting one of the password. Okay, Now the option to select RDP, we need to select the RDP by default 3389. It will be a public. We can access the windows from publicly. On disk we need to select a premium. By default I'm selecting premium SSD. I'm not changing anything. By default option I am selecting all the by default option. You can check, and as per your environment you can changes accordingly. Okay, I am going to network. By default there is a VMnet. By default I am selecting all of that. No issue, you can go further. Okay, I am going further tab, management tab. In management tab by default I am selecting nothing else. I am not changing anything. Automatic by OS Windows automatic update I am selecting. We can use manual update also if we want to avoid any update. Okay, after that monitoring, by default option I am selecting on a monitoring 2. Advanced, you can select the advanced options, and in that also I am selecting by default. No need to change anything. As per scenario you can change it. And lastly SQL Server settings by 1433. By default port I am it's selecting as a 1433. I'm not changing anything. Okay, let's again we can check the selected proper port, right? RDP 3389, right? It's inbound port. It's publicly available by using this. Okay, no issue, right? Let's go and create it. We are creating it. Meanwhile, you can verify it. All the summary has been mentioned before creation. You can check the cost per hour, pricing model. For other VM also you can select. Okay, no issue. You can check the other VMs cost also. Like you can compare the costing, how much costing for other VM, other uh, if the size, if we changing the size, or if we changing the disk, how much amount it will take. You can calculate accordingly. You can select as per your scenario. Okay, you can select. It's nothing. There are lots of things. Let's go further. Let's create it. Okay, you check and create it. No issue. Meanwhile, what will we do? We will try to open PowerShell and try to install the Azure module, AZ module. Let's start the PowerShell. Windows R and PowerShell. Run as administrator. Let's install the module, Azure module. Meanwhile, as we are checking the PowerShell scripts, some PowerShell basic script for VM. Okay, therefore we required prerequisite AZ module. So we are installing by command install module name AZ. We need to select yes all. Yes, after that one more prompt will open. Then we need to select all A. Okay. Let's see how much that process got complete. It's in a deployment in progress. No, saying we need to wait till completion. Any of them installing also in progress, and that deployment, the VM creation deployment is also in a progress. Till now, have you understand all? If any question you can ask in a comment, or you can follow my Instagram page. Okay, Genesis of database. You can search for Genesis of MS SQL, Genesis of database on in Instagram. You can DM me if you have any query. Let's wait till complete. Okay. However, it's fun to learn the PowerShell. I'm trying to get more knowledge in PowerShell scripting. I already have some hands-on in SQL Server database, but it's VM part. We are trying to get more information for VM. So these commands you can get to know if anyone want to share some if anyone want a list of VM, we can share the by using that PowerShell command list of VM. You can check its deployment is in progress yet, it's not completed. Almost completed this. It will complete soon, no issue. You can also check the meanwhile the AZ package also getting installed. It's both are independent, or you don't become confused. Okay, we are installing this PowerShell to we can play the command in PowerShell and list out the has list out the VM DBs by scripts. We also can create the VM by that PowerShell. We are not looking now. We have as we have already done with GUI, so we are not looking this in a PowerShell. But other command we can uh, do, like we can fire and check what the output we will get. Okay. Still deployment is in progress. This installation is also, hey, you can check that deployment becomes succeed, deployment completed. Let's try to connect that virtual machine, Azure SQL virtual machine. You can check that there is a you can check below the virtual machine name, location, all the property informations. We can also check by command. I will fire that command further, but to try to check, we are trying to connect VM directly from here. No issue, we'll connect. What we go in that connect option, and we are trying to navigate that RDP. Go down. We need to go down more and select that, and the file will we can able to download locally. No issue. SQL admin. Yeah, we need to open that RDP. Okay, SQL admin. We need to select. We need to mention that username SQL admin. Okay, we are mentioning that password. Yeah, user ID and password. I forgot it, the password. Let's try. I have 2 3 password in my mind. I need to recheck. Whenever you create that virtual machine, please note down password somewhere else. If you forget, there is a lot of long process to reset the password. To avoid that, please do it again. Please do. I will trying to remember my password which I had mentioned. Yeah, it will succeed. No issue. Yeah, it gets succeed. I can able to uh, get in the virtual machine. Here you can see we are in the VM which we have created. It's it's good to see which we have created the VM by some clicks. Now its VM is created in 5 10 minutes. Okay, let's open the SSMS and SQL Server Management Studio. SSMS, SQL Server Management Studio, and SQL Server Configuration Manager. We can cross check because we had installed it the Windows along with the SQL Server, like SQL Server 2022 on Windows. No, sorry, SQL Server 2019 on Windows. Windows 2022. We will open the SSMS and SQL Server Management Studio. Sorry, SQL Server Configuration Manager, SQL Server Management Studio. We are opening both of them. Here you can see here SQL services. You can check. Yeah, it's running fine. No issue. It seems good. Let's SSMS open. You are taking so much time. Let's wait till it's open. Yeah, it will open soon. Yeah, it's open. Yeah, you can check. You can connect and check. Yeah, it seems good actually. Sorry. Yeah, we can fire select at the rate version. Sorry, I am typing mistakenly. Yeah, selected the right version. Okay, in text format I try to get this output. Yeah, you can check it's SQL Server 2019 on the Windows, SQL Server 2022 data center. You can check it seems same as it as we configured, no issue. Okay, let's now we fun with PowerShell. Everything seems good in RDP. Let's, yeah, it's already installed. AZ command is already installed. Let's try to get AZVM. Sorry. First, I need to uh, connect AZ connect. We need to connect Azure Portal Azure with this command. We need to connect. We have command connects AZ and connect dash AZ account. Okay. Every time we need to mention AZ for Azure. Like is, yeah, connect AZ account. Yeah, we are mentioning my command. Yeah, I'm mentioning my password. You can able to see I'm able to connect this. Okay, you can see my subscription name, my tenant ID, account name, environment, everything's we can get. Let's see how many subscriptions are available in my account. Get subscription, sorry, not get subscription, it's get AZ subscription. Get AZ subscription. I forgot the AZ. We need to retype it, or we can modify it. Get minus a dash AZ subscription. Okay, let's proceed with some more command. Get AZ VM. To list out all the VM present on our subscription. Okay, in this subscription which I recently created, that you can able to see the properties which you have already seen a GUI seems already available in our VM. Yeah, seems already available VM which in our subscription. You can see the resource group names, VM name, locations, VM size, OS type. Okay, NIC provisioning state. Many more thing you can see here. Simple command get minus azvm. Okay, let's we try to stop this azvm which is already created. It is in a running state. Let's we try to stop the azvm, the our VM which we have created, Azure SQL Server VM. We need to mention this command like stop azvm. Resource group name, we need to mention resource group name. Along with that, we need to mention the virtual machine name. Okay, I'm mentioning the virtual machine name. Sorry, resource, I mistyped the resource group name. Yeah, you can see now I can able to stop it. Yes, we have stopped it. Now you can see. Sorry, it's not updated. I will refresh the browser. Now you can see it's in a stop delocated state. I'm trying to. Yeah, you can see unavailable. Customer initiated. It's unavailable. I refreshed that actually. I'm going again and checking the status of the VM. You can check the status as a delocated. Okay. Let's now start again. Let's now we start again that AZ VM virtual machine. Let's start it again. We can't. Yeah, it's start. We are mentioning restart. Let's check what happen if we mention restart. I believe it's not work. Let we check it because it's already in stop state, right? When it is in a running state, we can restart it. But in when it is in a stop state, we can't restart it because it is in a stop state. It's in a delocated state. So we are start the VM, not restart. We are starting the VM because it in a stop state. Okay. Let's start the AZVM. It's a simple command. Start minus AZVM resource group name. We need to mention the corresponding virtual machine name and resource group name. Okay, which we need to start or stop or restart. We need to mention same. We have simple command stop AZVM, start AZVM, restart AZVM. It's a simple command. We need to know the first resource group name and virtual machine name to get it further. It's running actually. You can see it's running. Start is yeah. Let's wait to start that. Let's see the GUI also what the status it is. Okay. Yeah, it started. Let's also see the you can see in PowerShell command it started showing started. Let's see refresh the page of Azure Portal and check that. Okay. Yeah, you can see here it's in available status. Everything seems good as we already started it by PowerShell. It's simple command. We can use it. Okay, it's running state. Before that, it's deallocated state. When we stop, deallocated and stop state. Now it's running because we already started it. Okay. Hey, what happened? It's hanged. My system got hanged. Sorry. We have one more command, Get-AzVMSize. We will run and check what happened. We need to mention there as a location, but I don't know the proper location name. As let's copy paste from our get command. West, yes, we get the list of VM which is already available. VM size, actually VM which is already available. Okay, by using this command we can try to audit, we can try to analyze and remove unwanted uh, consumed unwanted consumed VMs. Okay, there are lots of VM which is already available, no issue. We need to, if we want we can remove, but let's first check that command, get exit VM size, like that. By using this I am trying to copy location from here, because get exit VM size, we need to pass it the location parameter we need to mention, and the size uh, it will come in detail. You can check here. It's a simple command, no issue. It's we can use it. I already said that for audit and to get all detail from of that location. We can use that command. Okay, fine. It's simple command, get azvm, which is already seen. OS type Windows. You can also, yeah, you see that we are restarting. We have not checked restart command, right? It's already in running state, then we can easily restart it. Then what will happen? Let's check the GUI. In GUI it's in a running state, right? Let's refresh it. Let's check the sorry, notification. We can't see in notification because we have done this in a command prompt, like PowerShell, sorry, PowerShell. Therefore we can't see in our notification portal. Let's check let's check in depth. You can check the status now. It's in a starting state. It's already, first it is in a running state. Now it's stopped and restarted. It's starting state. Okay. How we get to know when it got restarted? What activity has been done on VMs, like increasing size or stopping resource? We can get this by some monitoring. A monitoring part. We need to go on monitoring part. Let we go further. Yeah, we need to select that VM name. Okay, Azure SQL Server VM. Go in GUI. You can also check how we can restart, start, stop. Okay, we have that button. We need to click on that. It will start, stop accordingly. If you want to do with the GUI, we can do that GUI. If you want to do with PowerShell, we can do it with PowerShell. Any activity which is done on VM, there is a event in a monitoring. You can check the starting and restarting, stopping. All activity has been logged in our monitoring alerts, monitoring events. You can check. Okay, the relevant event which is occurred, like we have stopped the VM, we have started the VM, all has been logged here. We can easily get what happened at what time. Okay, who has done that. Only we need of monitoring view permission to get that all this. Okay, have you understand what I had shown to you? If you have any doubt, you can comment or you can DM. As I already said, DM on Instagram. Okay, this all are a property which is we get from get VMZ. Sorry, get AZVM. We'll get all the properties information. We are seen in this GUI also. There is a monitoring tab which already is checked. No issue. Let's go some part of the monitoring. Let's see what is there. It's not getting proper here updated. I try to change it, but it's not getting. Let's let it be. But our events is already there. I'm checking because there is no hits, right? Because there are no consumption of that VM. Then there is if we select any matrix also, it will not give a proper information because we are not using it. It will show the 0% usage like that. Anything it seems like a 0%. CPU credit remaining a data disk bandwidth consumed. It's all are 0%. You can see there. Okay. There are lots of parameter metrics are available. We can check it if in a production it will show some graph if it is a usable, it will show some graph. As it is not usable, we can see all this in a 0. Okay, let's cancel it. Okay, you all check this GUI. You can go check the GUI. We have a capability option in that we can take a backup other thing. Azure policy we are not checking now. It's we can check in further videos, but our focus on basic VMs, how to create it, and some basic commands of PowerShell regarding VMs. Okay, let's check the command which we have seen. First, what command which we have seen, that install command to install the Azure module. After that, we check the Connect-AzAccount. After that, we check the what get Azure subscription, not subscription. Okay, that's why I had rerun this again to get that command on our mind. Okay, Get AZ subscription. We need to mention AZ Connect, AZ subscription. AZ is important, not subscription. AZ, which is subscription? Azure subscription basically. Get VM. Okay, AZ VM. We need to mention AZ with all, like restart AZ VM. Okay, stop AZ VM. All command which we have seen. No issue. It's fun, right? This command get AZ subscription get
Finally,
AZVM all we have seen.
we are concluding and wrap
Okay,
for our journey today. We are explored Azure Witness,
let's we
the
wind
SQL
up
Server
all
setup
this
magic, and we
demo
have
lecture.
run the
Okay,
PowerShell
demo tutorial.
command
Let's we wind up
related
it.
to Azure SQL VM or VM
Okay,
basically.
let we will
We
conclude it soon.
are ending this excited about the endless possibility. Keep learning, happy coding, stay curious. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Thank yous. Please share and comment. Bye bye.